Oh, yeah, baby. Yes. Listen, look, y'all got to understand something. It's a lot to do out here in these motherfucking streets with this COVID-19 going on. You know what I'm saying? So don't get mad at us because we're away. First, you know what? Let me send a shout out to Mama Denise. She said good evening. About time y'all back. Mama Denise.
Mama Denise in the building.
Mama Denise is in the motherfucking building.
Hell yeah.
She's number one.
Hey, she don't give a fuck what time it is. She in the building, dog.
She in the motherfucking building. Three Kings Boxing Podcast. As y'all motherfucking know, we are back. And as always, go to threekingboxing.com for the latest grades what's going on in the motherfucking sport of boxing. And as always, helping me maneuver through this, the alpha male. I'm sorry. We can't say that, right?
Yeah, you can't say that. Bro.
Okay. All right. My bad. The beta male killer. No. You can't say that either.
Say that either, bro.
Damn,
man, that's not allowed, bro. They don't like that around. They don't like hearing that good shit about other niggas. You know what I'm saying?
I got it. The strong black male figure. Can I say that?
Nah, you can't really say that neither, man.
God damn.
Yeah, bro.
You know what, man? Fuck censorship, nigga. HNIC, what's going on, family?
What's good, man?
All right, man. Hey, you know how it is, man. Still on the grind, still doing what we do for Three Kings Boxing. Everybody else, they writing shit. Like everybody else is writing shit, dog. That's simple. No, we giving y'all history. We giving y'all backstories. We telling y'all, yo, man, you see this? This what's gonna happen next. So, as always, man, my man, HNIC, he got something for y'all, man. Go ahead on and get these niggas the fuckery, man.
Oh, yeah. Let me do that real quick. My bad. I was super unprepared. Here we go. Now, y'all know who Outkast is, right? You got Big Boy. You got Andre 3000. Now, I don't know if a lot of y'all are, older niggas like such as myself and Bo. Bo is much older than me, but I still consider myself an OG. You know what I'm saying? I'm over the age of 35, so it fucking counts, right? Now, back in the early 90s, Outkast came out with a CD called Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music, right? Dope-ass CD, right? Every song on the motherfucker was hot. Then, they came out with the next CD. I can't remember the name of that. That one was all right. Then they came out with the next one. They started kind of changing a little bit. And I think that one was Stank On Ya. But when they did come out with Stank On Ya, that's when it was like, all right, what the fuck is wrong with these niggas? You know what I'm saying? Specifically, it was, what the fuck is wrong with Andre 3000? First of all, the nigga's name was just Andre. Then it turned into Andre 3000 when he started wearing wigs and dresses and fucking high heels and makeup and shit, right? So everybody's like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? And remember, Bo, he was with Erykah Badu. And Erykah Badu had changed the way this nigga acted. He started acting like a bitch, right?
Erykah Badu changed the way a lot of niggas.
Sure did. Right. Fucking Common and everybody.
Everybody on. Boy, that was one motherfucker. Keep your coochie to yourself.
Exactly, bro. Y'all talking about the Kardashian curse, man. Niggas need to be talking about the Erykah Badu curse. Motherfuckers is going from straight alpha to zeta. Fucking with Erykah Badu, bro.
She was out here taking niggas' names.
Exactly, bro. So Andre 3000 became that nigga. But then, Big Boy was always still even kill. He wasn't really acting the way he acted until recently. What the fuck is this, Bo? Why does my man got a long-ass blonde weave in his motherfucking head, man? Did Andre 3000 get to this dude, man? Or is it just... you're an older nigga, Bo, so you would know. Is it an age thing?
Nah. Nigga.
Look at the little semblance of Outkast being men was held with Big Boy, bro, because he wasn't doing the shit Andre 3000 was doing. Now this motherfucker gone, bro. Now he gone, bro. Oh man, this is a fucked up world we live in, man. It's a fucked up world we live in. I didn't like Outkast no more after probably their second album. But I really can't fuck with them now, bro. That's just something, the alpha. I mean, excuse me. The regular person in me. Excuse me. The regular person in me, I can't do that, bro. Man.
Nigga.
Look at them comments. My Brazil said, What in the blonde lace front?
Hell yeah,
Word
dog.
up, dog. Hey, y'all already know. Y'all
Hey.
already know what we gonna bring y'all, man. Look at God Claude Shank.
Y'all
He
know
said the
the
fuck.
fuck?
Y'all already know, man. What do you think about that shit, though, Bo? Real quick before we jump into the show.
That the world that we live in is producing a bunch of beta males and is making it okay for niggas that might have presented themselves as alphas. Is making it okay for them to come out and be okay with being betas. Think about it, for example. And I'm gonna touch it. I don't give a fuck who get mad at me. It is what it is, right? Think about The Wire. The toughest nigga in the Wire was gay.
Yeah.
Toughest nigga in the Wire was gay.
Yeah.
So they trying to make, oh man, you could be masculine and be gay. Get the fuck out of here. No, you can't.
No, you can't, bro. Nah, man. Nothing masculine about taking it, bro. Ain't nothing masculine about taking it. You getting your manhood taken basically not even by force or against your will. I mean, you're volunteering that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead and take it, bro. Shit, I'm cool with that. Huh?
Right.
Nah, bro. Nah, man. But let's before we go too political, man, let's jump in the show. Look, we got My Brazil. She said, "Where the hell you guys been? No live in a long time. High 2K and ... Bo."
Yeah. My Brazil, where's that button that says time out?
You bet not. You bet not.
I'm gonna put her in time out.
Hey, I protect My Brazil has my protection, bro. You bet not.
I will put you on time out.
Word up, man. Let's jump into the show, man. What you got?
All right, man. As always, as you guys know, Top Rank did their thing. Next up now, of course, is Showtime and PBC. And they dropped their list of fights, man. So I'm going to run through the PBC card real quick. And then, you know what I'm saying, we're going to try to talk about some of this stuff. Because some of these fights on their card is pretty good. We ain't going to go deep. But we're going to talk about some. So, of course, kick everything off. You have a title fight, which is the one thing Top Rank, I think, only had one title fight, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was one of the Maloney brothers, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was okay. Andrew Maloney lost to Joshua Franco.
Okay, right. That was the only title shot they had, right? But you got Stephen Fulton Jr. facing Angelo Leo. Now, Angelo Leo is a Mayweather fighter. Right. And everybody think Fulton is going to run over this dude. I don't – that's a good fight because he's there with Floyd getting their quality work. But that's for a title fight. That's for Emmanuel Navarrete's super bantamweight titles, right?
Yeah, so he dropped it to move up to 130.
Yes, sir. So you also got David Benavidez taking on Romero Alexis Angulo.
I don't like that fight.
It's all, you know what? It's all right for a fight for David Benavidez to come back. If this is going to get us Caleb Plant, I'll eat this.
If it gets us Caleb Plant, yeah. Like we fucking ate Caleb Plant fighting Vincent Fingerbutt. You know what I'm saying? We took that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hoping Caleb Plant was gonna fight either Canelo, fucking David Benavidez, Callum Smith, Billy Ho, somebody, bro. But he didn't fight nobody. So I'm tired of taking it, bro. Like this Romer Angulo kid, he beat your boy from Indiana, man. The prospect,
not my man Simpson,
Anthony
right?
Sims Jr.
Sims Jr.
Yeah, he beat Anthony Sims Jr. You know what I'm saying? But that really wasn't a big win because Anthony Sims Jr. had a question mark and an asterisk next to his name. He had both them motherfuckers next to his name because he wasn't fighting nobody. Yeah,
he was fighting was terrible.
Yeah, he was fighting. He wasn't fighting anybody, and then he was turning in terrible performances. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't like that fight. Plus, when we got the fights that we're talking about that basically we're highlighting in this show, I want to see David Benavidez fight somebody better than a fucking Romer Angulo. You know what I'm saying? I agree with that. You got Tank and Leo and all them other guys, man. Those guys are taking fights straight off the pandemic. He could take a good fight off the pandemic too, man. Go ahead. What else
I agree with that. We got Erickson Lubin versus Terrell Gage. Okay. Anyway, pay-per-view fights.
Pretty much. That shit don't matter.
You know what killed me about that? Is on Twitter, Terrell Gage was talking like he was going to whoop somebody's ass.
He does it all the time. He does that shit all the time, bro. Like Terrell Gage, for some reason, somebody got in his head and told him he was a bad motherfucker. I don't know where he's getting that from.
Yeah, that draw with motherfucking Austin Trout.
He was like that before Austin Trout, though. Remember, he was going to fight Erislandy Lara. Nah, it's cool, man. You got to have confidence in yourself and your abilities, man, but don't fucking overdo it, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you're going to be extremely confident, you got to show and prove much more than your confidence is showing. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For example, you can say you the biggest, baddest motherfucker on the planet, but you need to show that you the biggest and most baddest motherfucker on the planet.
That's very true.
If you get what I'm saying. Terrell Gauch is coming up short. He's coming up short, right? That was one good thing about Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather talked and acted like he was the baddest motherfucker on the planet. He kept showing y'all niggas that shit. You see what I'm saying? Terrell Gauch is not doing anything of that sort, bro. Right? He's over there getting draws with old washed up niggas that should have been retired a long time ago. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, Terrell Gauch, somebody's in his ear saying he a bad motherfucker. I don't know why, but Erickson Lubin should wipe this dude. Should be easy work, man.
Okay. Then you have the pay-per-view doubleheader in September featuring Jermell Charlo against Sergey Derevyanchenko. Then Jermell Charlo, the other Charlo, taking on Jermell Charlo taking on Derevyanchenko. Jermell's taking on Jeison Rosario. I like both of those motherfucking fights. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
We're gonna go to Jeison Rosario on that later.
We're gonna hit him later. But I like that one with Derevyanchenko only because of the performance he gave against Gennady Golovkin. If he can duplicate that against what seems to be a lackluster motivated Charlo, he might be able to pull it off.
Well, so Derevyanchenko's performances against Gennady Golovkin, Daniel Jacobs, right? He's looked good in fights that people otherwise would have said he was going to get steamrolled. You see what I'm saying? I believe both of those fights. I think the Golovkin fight might have been unanimous decision, but a close one. And I think the Jacobs fight was split decision or something like that.
Yeah.
So I can't remember. I got to go back and look. But anyway, both of those fights were close, right? So Derevyanchenko has basically outperformed his expectations. You see what I'm saying? People just thought he was going to get his ass whooped. That's why it's a good fight for Jermell Charlo, because Sergey Derevyanchenko has shown that he's not just some fucking contender. You just going to smack up and kick out the house. Like, get the fuck out, bitch. That's not going to happen.
And let's be honest, Charlo needs a name at 160.
Let's be honest. 100%. Everybody knows that. Charlo fucking knows that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he needs a name at 160, bro. Yeah, the last fighter he fought that people really cared about was who? Austin Trout, maybe? I mean, I got to go back and look. Might have been Austin Trout, because I think after that fight, he moved up to 160, and he fought Hugo Santana and Dennis Hogan.
Or Julian Williams?
Nah, bro. Julian Williams was 26, was before Trout, wasn't it?
Yeah, Julian Williams, I think, was before Trout.
Yeah, so he moved up to 160 and fought Hugo Santana after Trout. He fought somebody else, Brandon Adams.
Oh yeah, Brandon.
Dennis Hogan.
Yeah,
right.
Brought that nigga up.
Matt Korobov. Nobody cares. I mean, Matt Korobov was a good amateur, but we already know his professional career didn't pan out. He's on the way out, right? So all those fights he's had at 160, nobody gave a fuck about. But Sergey Derevyanchenko, that's the one people are going to care about, and that's why it's a good fight.
I agree with that. Then, of course, you got Sergey Lipinets versus Don't
worry about it.
Aku Dr. Rav.
Kujatilio.
Yeah. That's actually, you know what? I'm interested in that fight because that guy's undefeated and he has a very good amateur background. I'm kind of interested in that fight. That could be an upset in the making for Lipinets. Yeah,
Duke and Kujatillo, Adu Kakarov, I believe that's his name. I'm not looking at it, but I think that's how you said. Yeah, he's a good amateur and he's ranked highly right now in the division. So he's definitely, remember, like MJ down at 122 that defeated Daniel Ramon. Kujatillo has the same kind of upset value. You know what I'm saying? He could be a guy within the division that can get some upsets. Now the division's stacked. We don't see him beating a lot of the champions right now, but at the end of the day, he can give some guys some serious trouble in that division. So he's a guy to look out for. Extensive amateur career. He can pretty much do anything in the ring. His inside game needs some work, but he's got pretty good footwork. He's got pretty good judge of distance. The motherfucker knows how to put combinations together, and he knows how to land the right punch at the right time. So he's actually a good fighter. I haven't beaten Sergey Lipinets in this fight, man, but it should be good.
It should be good, and I'm gonna say, let me just say something. Where else y'all gonna get this kind of breakdown? Simple. Yeah. Right to the point, simple. 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes. I bet you niggas want to watch that fight now. Didn't know who Akadrov was. Like, I'm gonna watch that. Come on, 4 and 2K. Fuck. What you do around here? Then, of course, we got that pay-per-view Gervonta Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz. We're going to talk about that later on. That's another big pay-per-view. Chris Colbert versus I think that's Jamie Abudelida.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's actually Chris Colbert is coming up in the game. Abudel's a durable dude. He has one loss. He's not really that well known. I think this good opportunity to showcase Chris Colbert.
Well, Chris Colbert is already seen as one of the top prospects in the sport. You talk about Boots Ennis, Stephen Fulton, who's getting ready to be a champion, in my opinion, after his next fight. And then you got Chris Colbert, Rashidi Ellis, guys of that nature, Virgil Ortiz, right? He's up there with those guys. And I've seen a lot of cats actually say that Chris Colbert is the best prospect in boxing. I've actually seen people say that. I don't believe it, but I do think he's a good fighter. This is just another step-up fight for him, man. Just a good showcase fight, as you said.
I agree with you on that part. I don't believe it either. When I've seen Chris Colbert, I've seen Stephen Fulton, I've seen Boots Ennis. I still think they have higher upside than Chris Colbert.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I hear what they're saying, but okay, it is what it is. Then last but not least, you have Nordine Okubali taking on Nonito Donaire. This is a showcase fight for Nordine Okubali.
That ain't even. It's nah, man. Listen, the last time we tried to say that, guess what happened? Fucking, he took Naoya Inoue all the way, bro. Broke his mother. I think he broke his orbital bone too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he did.
So, nah, man. Look, we can't shit on Nonito no more, bro. Nonito heard us shitting on him. He said, "Man, what the fuck these niggas talking about, bro?" You know what I'm saying? We can't shit on Nonito no more, dog. So at the end of the day, any fight with Nonito, listen, boxing is all about what have you done for us lately, right? What have you done lately anyway, right? On some Janet Jackson shit. That's what boxing is all about. What have you done lately? Lately, Nonito Donaire took one of boxing's boogeymen, Naoya Inoue, 12 rounds and gave that motherfucker trouble.
But
so hold on. So going forward, Nonito Donaire needs to be a respected opponent. Go ahead, Bo.
But could this be a Daniel Jacobs thing where he gave us one great moment?
I agree with that.
Not do it again.
No, I agree with that 100% because Nonito Donaire is considered old and he's pretty much more than halfway out the sport. Yeah, I don't think he can do that again. But here's the deal: Nordine Aubali, while I like him, I definitely like him because he whooped Rashid Warren's ass again. I can't stand Rashid Warren as a fighter, bro. I don't like the nigga as a fighter, man. Highly overrated because the nigga went to the Olympics like 17 times, which I will say that's an excellent feat. I'm going to the Olympics so many times, but then he gets his ass whooped every single time he went to the Olympics in the first round. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's kind of like, right? But I don't like him as a fighter, and Nordine Aubali whooped his ass again. He beat him in the amateurs, and he beat him again for a title, right? So I was glad to see that. I was big on Nordine Aubali, and my prediction came up right. So, but Aubali is not a Naoya Inoue. And if Nonito Donaire can actually replicate the kind of performance that he had against Inoue, he can beat Aubali. But I don't think he can do that. But I do think he still has enough in the tank to make this a good-ass fight, though, dog.
Right. What's intriguing to me about this fight is Aubali wants a piece of Naoya Inoue. And I like this because Aubali knows. I know how Bob Bam works.
Well, here's the deal.
Go ahead.
Well, here's the deal. Aubali beat Naoya Inoue's brother.
Yes, he did.
It's actually the other way around. Aubali beat his brother on the undercard, I believe, of Inoue and Donaire. So when he beat Inoue's brother, Inoue was like, what the fuck? I want him. Remember, he called him out before Inoue was supposed to fight John Rio Casamero, right? Casamero, excuse me. He called out Aubali before that fight was in negotiations because he beat his brother. And Aubali was like, hell yeah, I accept the challenge. I beat one fucking Inoue, I'll beat another one. So yeah, that's actually how that started. But go ahead, man.
No, but what I'm saying is I like this because if he beats Donaire and he knocks Donaire out 7-8 rounds or give him a better beating, then it puts pressure because let's one thing, I'm not gonna knock Bob Arams. He has a plan and he works that plan. But Aubali knows, hey man, they're gonna try to work me out of the motherfucking equation. If he fights Donaire and he gives a good performance and knocks him out, you're going to have motherfuckers just like how he did with Pacquiao and Floyd. He had Pacquiao fight former Floyd fighters, so it will keep people talking about Floyd. Pacquiao and Floyd. I like this move because that's what it does right here. If Aubali goes in there and knocks the fuck out of Nonito at 5 or 6 rounds, guess what everybody going to say? Hey, yo, Nonito, What the fuck?
Hey, bro, what the fuck happened, man? Yeah, no, yeah, dog, you not that motherfucker we thought you was, man.
Yeah.
That's when the niggas start coming out hating on Noye. Ah, man, the nigga beat Adrian Hernandez. Nigga was 85 years old. You know what I'm saying? What's my other guy's name? Man, I can't remember his name.
Talking about that Noye beat?
Yeah, dog, at 115. Omar Narvaez.
Omar Narvaez.
Yeah, you beat Omar Narvaez. He was 122 years old, man. I told y'all Noye was fucking overrated. That's what's gonna happen. You're absolutely right. Yep. So basically, for Noye, Bali need to take his ass out.
Yeah.
Or not take his ass out. He need to go 12 with him.
Yes, he does. All right, so that's the breakdown. Like I said, we're going to talk about the Tank and Santa Cruz and the Jermell and Rosario. But before we get to that, man, Eddie Hearn is out here in these streets. He's out here saying, Eddie Hearn is out here saying, okay, look here, Mike. I think that the women's boxing, you got Kelly Taylor, fine young Irish fighter. You got Tyler. She's a fine fighter. Okay, all right, Mike. Okay, you got her. You got Jessica McCaskill. Okay, you also have Cecilia Bracas. It's Eddie Amanda Serrano. Mike, you say that one more time, I call security. But Eddie Hearn is out here saying that the women's boxing could overtake the men's boxing because he's looking at the level of competition at which they are fighting. Although I will give him credit that on the women's side, only between the weight classes of maybe 126 to 140 that you see these bunch of good fights taking place, and I agree with on that. I don't agree that it's going to overtake men's because there are still a lot of people, all right, that are still not catching on to women's boxing for some of the reasons of they're only 2-minute rounds. There aren't no knockouts. Some of those fights are not very exciting. And it is hard to get people, like, they're not selling out stadiums. They're not doing pay-per-views or anything like that. I get your sentiment and I understand what he's saying because a lot of those women he's talking about, they're in his stable. So I would say that too. But at the end of the day, no, Eddie, it's not going to overtake men's. And if I'm one of Eddie men fighter and I heard that, I'd slap the shit out of Eddie for saying some bullshit like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's the deal, man. Eddie Hearn is a businessman. You know what I'm saying? He's a businessman. He's a director of Matchroom Boxing. He's not the owner. That's his daddy. The nigga's just a director. He's at the top, but underneath one person, basically, right? So with it being in the family, you can say the motherfucker's the owner, whatever, right? So he's marketing his fucking business. He's got a good stable of women fighters. He just signed Chantel Cameron, who was Katie Taylor's rival in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? So he's got a pretty good stable of women. So all he's doing is marketing the women. Eddie's not a dumb motherfucker, bro. He just says dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? He'll even tell you that he's got to say dumb shit to adjust to a fucking question on the fly. He says this, bro.
Oh, yeah, we was there.
We was there covering the fight when the nigga said it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he's just marketing. He knows, bro. At the end of the day, listen, women's boxing, which I've always been an advocate of. I started the hashtag real men like women's boxing, or real boxing fans, real boxing fans watch women's boxing, right? That's what I said. So I was a big advocate of women's boxing, still am, dog. But I even understand as a big advocate that women's boxing is just like women's fucking basketball. Nobody watches it, bro. You see what I'm saying? Clarissa Shields is somebody who brought a lot of attention to women's boxing. Yes, Cecilia Brax has been a motherfucking undisputed champion since 2014. Yes, Cecilia Brax has held at least one belt since 2009. That means she's been a fucking champion for over a decade, undisputed for 6 years. But people still weren't watching women's boxing. This is one of the most dominant champions that have been active over the last decade besides Floyd Mayweather. You see what I'm saying? And she still didn't draw enough fans to women's boxing. Nowhere near enough, or at least nowhere near as much as what Clarissa Shields has done in, 10 fights or some shit like that?
Yep.
So what Clarissa Shields has been able to do, right, that is putting eyes on women's boxing 100%. But it's still, in my opinion, very fucking comparable to women's basketball, dog. And why do people not watch women's basketball? It's because they can't dunk. They don't have the pizzazz that the men have, right? The athleticism's not there, right? That's why women's basketball don't get no fucking play. Same thing with women's boxing, man. When you watch women's boxing, it's going 10 rounds.
Yeah.
Ain't no knockouts in women's boxing, man.
Yeah,
Listen,
these ain't the days of Ann Wolf no more.
Right. Ann Wolf is your last big time women's knockout artist, bro. And that motherfucker ain't fought since like 2007, something like that. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bro, right? Clarissa Shields is the face of women's boxing. I think her record, I said 10 fights. What is it? It's like 9 and 2 knockouts, 10 and 2 knockouts, something like that. I know she only got 2 fucking knockouts, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So that is the record, right, of the face of women's boxing, right? Cecilia Brækhus, I believe, has single-digit knockouts. That is the most dominant champion in boxing, right? Yep. But she has single-digit knockouts, right? So you don't have a lot of women putting motherfuckers' faces in the canvas. You don't see that, which is the same thing as in women's basketball. The athleticism is not there, dog. So there's no way in hell that the men would ever have to worry about the women until there's some big time fucking knockout artists like Ann Wolf putting niggas' faces in the ground, bro. And even when Ann Wolf was doing it, it was still not more popular than men's boxing.
Yeah, that's very true.
You need about like 20 of them motherfuckers knocking out women and putting their face in the ground, bro. Like face down, ass up type shit on some Anthony Crolla shit, bro. That's what we need to see. You know what I'm saying? But without that happening, and my man Lord Zoe is in the building, he made a good point just now. He said you got 2 minute 10 rounders. They need to increase that. Now some of these fights are going 3 minutes, right? But they're 10 rounders for 3 minutes, 8 rounders for 3 minutes, whatever. Some of the women's fights are doing that. They'll sign a contract to basically say, do you want to go 3 minutes? And they'll say yes. They'll both sign a contract, and it is what it is, right? And DAZN is one of the ones that are doing that. They're starting it. But all of women's boxing, it needs to be on an equal playing field at this point in time. And that even goes into women getting the same kind of money. You can't draw in lackluster crowds. I mean, now it's COVID-19. You ain't drawing in shit. You know what I'm saying? But before COVID-19, you drawing in lackluster fucking crowds, bro. And you talking about getting the same kind of payment? It's not going to happen. Nigga, the live gate is why these boxers make the money they make.
Yes.
So the live gate coupled with the viewership, bro, on television. But the live gate is the much more of the priority. That's how the men get their money. Women ain't even generating a fucking fraction of what the live gate of a high quality men's fight is drawing, bro. Shit, C-level fighters probably draw a higher live gate than the majority of women boxers, bro. So you can't listen, man. Women's boxing will never overtake men's boxing until it gets on a equal playing field. And even when it gets on an equal playing field, it's got to go through a bunch of fucking obstacles to even get to the point where they can even be considered to take over men's boxing. And listen, Eddie Hearn's a smart guy. He fucking knows this, bro. It's all about marketing. That's it.
Right. You know, the funny thing about that, there is a place where women's boxing is probably more popular than men's boxing. That's in Mexico. They actually look at the women boxing a lot. I'm not going to say it's more popular.
I disagree.
Well, okay, you know, let me say this. They got 2 of the most popular women fighters over there.
Right, but they're not more popular than any male fighter that is seen. Let me say this. They're seen as legends, right?
Correct.
You're talking about Jackie Nava
and Mariano Juarez.
Mariano Juarez. They're seen as legends, women's legends. They're not more popular than any of the men's legends out there.
Very true. Very true. Very true. That's, you know, yeah, you're okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because when it comes to the men legends, but you can make like when they fought, they do fill out more of a bigger arena, and they do fill out more of a bigger locations over there in Mexico when they fight than some of the women fights that we have over here. But here's the deal. Even with that, right? And to your point, without a live gate, like if you're not gonna have fans in the stand, it's gonna be even harder for you to sell how women boxing is gonna overtake men, because there are no fans watching it. Right now, no one knew who Delphine Pursoon was until Katie Taylor fought him. We knew who she was. No one knew who Christina Linden Darchild, right?
Right.
We knew who she was. You have more unknown fighters in women's boxing than you do in men boxing.
Absolutely.
Even the lower level dudes, you still at least know who they are. Okay, so you have more women that hold belts and championships. There's an Asian woman that's holding the belt. She's been the longest reigning champion in that division. Nobody fucking knows this woman's name.
Nope.
See what I'm saying? Right? Okay. Like, I'll tell you right now, do anybody know who is the super middleweight WBC champion?
I mean, I know who it is. She just got the belts back.
Yeah.
I'll give y'all a hint. She fought a nigga in the ring named Alex Jimenez.
Exactly. Then in women's boxing, you have a very huge problem. You only have certain divisions where things is hot at, right? Once you get past 140, it starts getting slim. That's the reason why Clarissa Shields with her fine ass.
Stop it, bro. Stop it, man. You know, I'm seeing a lot of motherfuckers out here saying that. I don't get it, man. I still don't get it. I don't get it. Clarissa Shields is highly unattractive, dog. I don't get it, bro. 100% unattractive, nigga. Like I would turn it down, bro. Nah, I'm good, baby. I'm good.
It's that ass, man. It's that ass, man.
No, dog. No, there's pictures of her not showing the ass, man. And people are like, that's beautiful. She's beautiful. Nah, bro. I'm turning it down, family. Hey, 2K, I was looking at you. Let me stop it right there, baby. No. No. No, baby. Real talk, nigga. No.
But that's the reason why Clarissa Shields is trying to get herself down to 147 pounds, right? Yeah. And trying to get Cecilia Brackets. Once you get, think about this for a second. Women's boxing is the only sport where you can come in 3-0 and you're fighting for a title.
Yeah.
Some of them divisions, right? I like Jackie Nava. I like Mariana Juarez. They didn't fought some of the same motherfucking opponents
and won't fight each other.
Yep.
Won't fight each other. They're supposed to fight each other before COVID-19 hit, but that didn't happen. But you see, they didn't reschedule the fucking fight. Jackie Nava over there fighting somebody else.
Yeah, she over there fighting somebody else. So once you get past 147, it gets real bleak. 154, you got that fine ass motherfucking my Costa Rica mama. You got that fine ass.
Oh yeah, that motherfucker. Yeah. Hannah Gabriel.
You got that fine, and you got her. Then after that, you don't have anybody. You don't have nobody else to talk about 154. 160 is dry. 168, 175. Hell, I don't even know if there's a heavyweight division.
There's only 2 bitches fighting that heavyweight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Heavyweight, maybe 4 at light heavyweight. They don't even got a cruiserweight in the women's.
Exactly.
They don't have
that's an even bigger problem. You got too many divisions that don't really have fighters in there. And then, hell, even in some of the divisions, we talking about from 126 to 140, you only got certain names, and people only know about other guys because they're fighting each other. Like Jelena Madranovic. Nobody knows about her. I know about Jelena Madranovic. I interviewed the chick. Right, that's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, she's been around for a while.
Sure has. I tell she fought Mia St. John. Yeah. She's been around for a while. Right. Hey, my man, Malachi. I agree with no, not Malachi. My Brazil, I agree with you 100%. My Brazil. 2K, stop lying. You would if no one caught you. He would tap that. Hey, he would, my Brazil.
Hey, bro, you know me better than anybody else, bro. You know goddamn well how much pussy I done turned down in my lifetime, bro. You know what I'm saying? And these are bitches that look better than Clarissa Shields, by the way. All right. And if I would have knocked it down, nobody would have caught me. I still turned it down. So I'm definitely giving Clarissa Shields a hard no, nigga. Like, you know how I say no right now? Nah, bro, I had to make my voice deeper. No. It'd be like that, bro. Straight up Barry White type shit. No. Hell nah, bro. But hey, man, people like what they like. I don't understand the shit, but there's a lot of motherfuckers out there saying that's a beautiful woman. I don't see that, bro, at all. At all, man. But look, let me say this. Let me say this before we go to the next topic, man. We gotta go to the next topic. Yeah. Let me say this though. Women's boxing, bro, like in terms of popularity, it's the same. Think of it like this: men's boxing, nobody really fucks with unless you're a hardcore boxing fan. You don't know 105, 108, 112. You might know 118, and then you might know 122, but you don't really start knowing motherfuckers until 126. These are like the non-hardcore boxing fans, right? 126 and up minus cruiserweight. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's men's boxing. Women's boxing, you might not know a motherfucker from 105 all the way up to probably 135, right? 140, 147 is probably the two most popular for some reason, even though they got better fighters at 130 and 135.
I agree with that.
They got better fighters there. Those are more stacked divisions. Hell, even at 105 is a pretty stacked division in women's boxing, right? But a lot of people don't fucking know that. Then after 147, it started getting meek again. 154 and 168 dead. 175 dead. Heavyweight, like I said, two bitches fight there. So in women's boxing, it's only like the middle divisions where people actually know who aren't hardcore boxing fans, by the way. They're the only ones that know who they are, bro. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, men's boxing is only after 122 is when, if you're not a hardcore fan, you probably know who they are. So that's the distribution of fucking popularity, or at least the comparison and contrast of popularity between men's and women's, bro. It's a big difference, man.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I agree with that.
Let's go to these comments real quick, man. Real quick, I'm going to throw some shit up there. My man Matt Smith is in the building. God Claus Shango, he said he in these streets. Mark Lucas is in these streets. My Brazil, of course, is in these streets. Virtuoso is in the building.
In the building.
Said he's in these motherfucking streets. My man Eric R is in these streets. The Texan, he said, what up? I'm in these Texas streets. Word up, dog. Lion K. McElroy, my man Lion Killer is in these streets. Matthew Valentine says salute from inside these motherfucking streets. Lord Zoe is in these streets. Gaines PP is in these motherfucking streets.
In these streets.
Don Williams is in these streets. What's the next topic, Bo?
That's a hell of a name. Donald Don.
I like that.
I like that name.
He has a good question, man. We're going to get back to that. He has a good question.
Bet. So, as you guys saw, we talked about the PBC card. One of those fights that's on there is Gervonta Tank Davis, all right, versus Leo Santa Cruz. Now, I like this fight, and me and 2K was talking about this fight.
Finally fighting somebody. My bad. It fell out, bro. I didn't mean to. Shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's like a Tourette's and shit, bro. I got Tourette's, man. My bad, bro. Hey, man, sometimes the shit just come out, bro. I don't even realize I'm doing it, man. That was an accident, man.
Hold on, man. Now, hold a minute, man. I got to defend the Baltimore guy. I got to defend him, man. I got to defend him, right? All right, Tank has fought people. He fought an undefeated Francisco Fonseca. He fought an undefeated Liam Walsh. He fought an undefeated Joe Pedraza. And then to top it all off, the nigga beat former pound for pound Yuriakis Gamboa.
Pound for pound? First of all, this nigga said Joe Pedraza. That tells you that Jose Pedraza ain't shit. There you go right there. Look, Bo tried to support the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And didn't even get his name right. Listen, the only win I do give him is Jose Pedraza. But I don't, as I've said before, and people have heard me say this several fucking times, bro. Jose Pedraza was, or let me say, as Bo calls him, Joe Pedraza. It was somebody that I never thought highly of. I thought the motherfucker should have lost to Edna Cherry in 2015. You see what I'm saying? I never thought highly of Jose Pedraza. So when they announced that fight, even though I didn't think highly of fucking Tank Davis, I knew Tank was going to run him over because Jose Pedraza is not that good of a fighter. Just isn't. Doesn't matter if he's a multi-division champion. Hell, Roman Martinez, who also wasn't that good of a fighter, was a multi-champion at 130. He held the WBO belt like 3 fucking times. Right? There's been a hell of a lot of multi-division champions out there, or guys that have been champions multiple times within one division that have held belts that are not that fucking good. It just happens, right? I don't think Jose Pedraza, who just moved up to 140, can beat anybody of note at 140. I'm saying it right now live on wax. He can't. Not that good of a fighter, in my opinion. He's not. Okay? So, but I still give him that win because Pedraza was undefeated. I believe he was undefeated.
Yes, he was. He was.
I think the best win on his resume at the time was fucking Tevin Farmer, right? wasn't the Tevin Farmer who was the IBF champion Tevin Farmer. It was the other one, the nigga that was, you know, didn't he didn't get his eyesight straight yet. You know what I'm saying? He had to get used to that fucked up eye, so he got knocked out by Jose Pedraza. That's the one he fought. You know what I'm saying? But we still give him credit for it, right? Tevin Farmer's the best win on his fucking resume. I still give him that, and he was an IBF champion. I got to give it to Tank. He beat a fucking champ. Got to give it to him. But after that, nobody. Yuriorkis Gamboa was 72 years old, bro. What a fucked up Achilles. Gamboa got knocked out by Robinson Castellanos right before that. Maybe 2 fights before that. Got knocked out by a motherfucker that's actually not even a contender, in my opinion. Robinson Castellanos, in my opinion, gatekeeper. In my opinion. Some people might disagree with that. He's a fucking gatekeeper, dog. Robinson Castellanos. Gamboa got his ass railroaded by him. And then right before that, arguably lost to Jeison Sosa. Jeison Sosa, excuse me. Yeah, Jeison Sosa, who is another guy I definitely don't think highly of, right? So the Gamboa win ain't shit to me, bro. He has not fought. Liam Walsh ain't shit. Francisco Fonseca ain't shit. Hold on, man. Jesus Cuellar ain't shit, right? Hugo, what's the motherfucking name? Hugo Ruiz. I was gonna say Hugo Jimenez, bro. I don't even know the nigga name. Hugo Ruiz. All I know is he was a former WBA champion at 122 pounds a long time ago, back when 2K was like broke with no money and no bitches. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cared about him then. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, man. So he fought that Hugo Ruiz, right? The newer version that's nobody even knows, who was coming off of a loss too, by the way. So was Jesus Cuellar coming off of a loss. He had just lost to Abner Mares. He also tried to fight Abner Mares coming off of a loss, but Mares was smart. He's like, hold on, I know what they're trying to do. Just trying to get a name on their resume. Hey, yo, coach. Hey, man, my eye hurt, bro. No. Tell them motherfuckers I got a detached retina, some shit. My eye hurt, man. And Abner Mares is coming off of a loss to Leo Santa Cruz, man.
Sure was.
So basically, Tank ain't fought fucking nobody, right? Until October 24th, besides Jose Pedraza. Until October 24th. He will finally fight a real fucking live body outside of Jose Pedraza. He will. Finally, dog. You know what I'm saying? Now, also another thing, the fight is at 130 pounds. That's another thing, Bo. So we all know Tank walks around at cruiserweight. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He a cruiserweight right now, bro. He couldn't even make 135 to fight Gamboa.
Nope.
He was, what was he, like 3 pounds or maybe 2 pounds overweight? It might not even be that much. But the point is, when he first got on the scale against Gamboa, he was overweight, man. He had to go back and shed some fucking weight. He had to take all his clothes off and shit, and they had that towel in front of him so nobody could see his little ass dick, right? That's what he did. Then he weighed in finally on point. So this is at 135, people. And he's going down to 130 to fight Leo Santa Cruz, a weight in which he already was overweight. Like in his, I think the last 2 fights he fought at 130, Bo. Mm-hmm. He was overweight in the last 2 fights he fought at 130. So how the fuck does he make 130, man? It's not a catch weight either, Bo. It's at 130. So not only is he fighting a live body finally, right? A champion who held titles at 122, 126, and now at 130, right?
118 also.
Right. So, and that's right, 118 also, excuse me. So now he's also giving him an advantage by going to his weight, a weight that he used to fight at that he can no longer make, dog. Hey, I kind of got to give him credit, not kind of. I got to give Tank credit. And motherfuckers that know me, that shit right there, people are going to be like, damn, dog, you finally giving Tank credit? Yeah, I'm going to give him credit for this. But then I'm going to say he's kind of stupid unless there's something in the contract that we don't know about, right? Meaning if he makes 130, that's fine, but the motherfucker can rehydrate to 154. See, that's the contract stipulations people don't really know about, right? If he can do that, then it might benefit him, you see, because he's going to come in well-nourished, much bigger, right? And then he's just going to basically maul Leo Santa Cruz until he possibly knocks him out. That's what his game plan is going to be. If that's what it is, then, hey, it works out in his favor. But it's still giving Leo Santa Cruz an advantage by going down to 130, man. What do you think about this?
I think, ladies and gentlemen, timestamp, 44 minutes and 10 seconds. 2K gave Tank Davis credit. Timestamp that shit. 44 minutes and 10 seconds, goddammit.
Yeah.
Timestamp that shit right now, because you will never hear that shit ever the fuck again. Here's the thing, and this is the reason, this is what I like about it. Tank Davis is finally in a fight where none of the advantages are for him. He's finally in that fight because he could go into a fight where he's not going to be the bigger person. He's not going to have a reach advantage. He's going to have a live body. Oh yeah, by the way, he's going to probably weight drain him fucking self to make this weight, which can be crucial on his body in the later rounds. Understand one thing: we talk a lot of shit about Leo quack quack duck goose motherfucking Santa Cruz. Dark wing motherfucking duck.
Queen duck.
Queen duck. Hell yeah. We duck regularly, whatever you want to call that nigga, right? Give him credit about one thing. Leo Santa Cruz, when he's on, he's fucking on.
Right.
Okay? When he's on, he is fucking on. He is a dude that has proven to be durable. You ain't just gonna get in there and run him the fuck over. He is a dude that is proven he knows how to gauge distance. He knows how to use that jab, right? The only time he fucked up with it was when he fought Carl Frampton and he got that back and he told Frampton, "No, I ain't giving you another chance. Fuck you going somewhere," right?
Yeah.
He definitely did that. And we talk about that shit. But to what Tank is doing by going to 130, right? Because Santa Cruz is going to be comfortable. And also understand this: Tank is possibly the A side here. He took the B side role and said, "All right, you don't want to come to 135? Fuck it, motherfucker. I'll come to 130." That's exactly what he did. Fuck it, I'll come to 130 then, motherfucker. Right? So if he beats Leo Santa Cruz and he wins a belt at 130, that is straight up legit because you went down in weight. You fight another dude for his title at his weight division, and you don't have the advantages that you're used to, and you still manage to win. This is a statement by Tank Davis. Now, the problem for me is if this weight does bother him from weight draining himself, Leo Santa Cruz is not the type of dude that you want to have that issue going into the second half of the fight.
I agree.
He's not the kind of dude for that because, again, when that motherfucker is on, he is on. He knows how to use that jab. He knows how to maintain that distance. He knows how to like get on you and then take a step back. And he's not just going to give you them angles. You have to take them angles. So I like this fight, man. It's a very good fight. I don't even ask me who I think will win this fight. I have to do more things. My man Virtuo said, "Bo, you sound."
I had to throw that shit up there, dog. That shit funny, man.
I like my man Virtuoso. But yeah, man. I like this fight. I like what Tank is doing. He's, like you said, he's finally fighting a live body. But also, let's also look at something too. Leo Santa Cruz, he didn't give us Gary Russell, but this is a good fight for him too. Because everybody knows what he didn't fight Gary Russell. And everybody knows he said he's been talking about, he knows that people are looking at him like he's scared to fight people. So he's got to fight somebody. So this is good for Leo Santa Cruz also as well.
Yeah, it's a good fight, man. I'm just happy that it was made. And I'm actually happy that it wasn't made at 135 because Leo Santa Cruz has never even smelled 135. And I think he's too small for that division anyway. You know what I'm saying? 130 is like his max, in my opinion. I don't think he should go to 135. But I'm glad it's there. I don't know what the fuck Tank gonna do. You know what I'm saying? This nigga gonna be not anemic, bulimic. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker gonna be he gonna be eating food and throwing that shit right the fuck back up to try to make 130. But it is what it is, man. You know. Hopefully we get a good fight out of this. There was a comment that I wanted to get, dog. Yeah. My man Sean Newton has said something. He said, "How is LSC going to keep Tank off of him, man? What do you think about that, Bo?"
Woo! Well, it's really not that hard to keep him off of him because the one thing the LLC has, that Tank's gonna have a problem with is talk outside of just using his length and his reach. Leo Santa Cruz does have decent enough footwork where he can maintain space distance and then give Tank angles that will kind of mess Tank up. Tank is gonna have to be able to get in. And normally, if you guys watch the Dog Bay fight, right? Normally smaller, compact guys, right? The way they try to get in, they try to throw like a fake jab to the body and come in, bull rush their way in and throw overhand right and then just get up in your chest, right? Well, he's going to have a hard time with Leo Santa Cruz. Is that why? Because Leo Santa Cruz is the dude that when you throw anything at him and you get too close, he knows how to maintain that comfort zone. He did it with Abner Mares. Like I said, the only time that he lost that was against Carl Frampton. That's because of the situation that was going on with his dad. But ever since then, he's been a difficult dude to deal with. He has decent enough footwork that could kind of give Tank problems. So he has decent enough footwork.
He has problems.
Okay, well, not problems, but he has decent enough footwork that in my honest opinion, and I watch Tank Davis, his ring IQ is still sort of suspect.
Oh, hell yeah. I agree with that 100%. Yeah, his ring IQ is
so Leo Santa Cruz footwork could and with the lack of ring IQ from Tank Davis, he could make it a little difficult for the guy.
I'm not big on Leo Santa Cruz's footwork, man. He plants at times, a lot of times actually, especially when he gets caught and throwing, rapid fire. The motherfucker can throw combinations of like 12 punches and shit, bro. And he likes to plant a lot of times before he starts to do that. Also, Leo Santa Cruz has a problem, and I've always noticed it. This motherfucker shakes that right hand a lot before he throws it. I can't stand when he fucking does that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're telegraphing the punch that you're trying to throw. So if you shaking that right hand, man, I'm like, yeah, he gonna throw that motherfucker in the next 3 punches. It's gonna be a right hand. You already know it. You see what I'm saying? If Tank is smart, which he might not be, like Bo just said, you know what I'm saying? He might not be able to pick that up and capitalize off of it. Well, if he's gonna shake that right hand, I'm looking for that motherfucker so I can go over the top of that. Because Tank would love to hit him with a counterpunch, and the kind of power that he possesses at that weight, he could fuck around, knock Leo Santa Cruz out, or at least hurt him. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So Santa Cruz basically is volume. Bo says his footwork. I think it's his volume that keeps Tank off of him. Tank is a guy that can be aggressive, but he's not like aggressive. You know what I'm saying? He's not rushing in and trying to murder a motherfucker. He's not. He's more. How do I say? Tank is economical with his shots, bro, because he's trying to land that one big power punch. You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of aggressive fighters, they're always rushing in with shots from everywhere. They can hit you in the dick, the thigh, nigga. You know what I'm saying? The back of the head. Those are those highly overly aggressive fighters, right? Tank is not that. He's actually calculated with his approach. And if he catches you, right? Let's say if he catches you and might hurt you a little bit, that's when he goes in. He has a hell of a lot of killer instinct, bro. Killer instinct is a 10 out of a 10 in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So don't look like you're hurt. This motherfucker gonna try to get you out of there, bro. Now, I know he didn't get Gamboa out of there until like the 11th round, but the point is he still got him out of there. Gamboa showed a lot of heart in that fight. He's getting fucked up all over the ring. He just wouldn't go down. You see what I'm saying? So that's not a knock on Tank's killer instinct at all. But if he doesn't have you hurt, or if he doesn't have you figured out, he's not going to rush you, you see? So Leo Santa Cruz needs to mix it up in there, bro. And I think somebody said in the chat he needs to judge distance very well. Absolutely. I think he has the reach advantage, if I'm not mistaken, because Tank's a little short, stubby motherfucker. So I'm going to say Leo Santa Cruz got the reach advantage. Man, keep that shit mid-range to outside distance, bro. Do not get closer to mid-range distance. And even don't even stick around too long at mid-range distance. I don't need you getting caught because he doesn't have great defense. And I'm talking about Leo. So there's a good game plan for Leo to follow, and he can definitely win this fight, but he's got to follow it, man.
No, there is a good plan he's got to follow. And you know what? You do make a good point about one thing. There is also one more thing that Leo Santa Cruz, a lot of times when Leo Santa Cruz bagging, Leo Santa Cruz doesn't have good wing awareness. You can pin this motherfucker up against the ropes. If you can get him going backwards, you can pin that motherfucker up against the ropes. That's why he tries to keep things in the center of the ring and likes to go side to side. If you can get him bagging up, and that is the one thing Tank's going to have to try to do. He's going to have to try to get Leo Santa Cruz. He's not Leo Santa Cruz. When I say he has decent enough footwork, I mean ability to move his feet just enough to be at certain angles.
Nah, bro, I'm not with you on that. Stop trying to clarify it, nigga. I'm not with you.
But he is the type of fighter that don't like to move his feet a lot.
Exactly.
He's not that type of fighter, right? So if Tank Davis can get this nigga to moving his feet a little bit too much, yeah, man, yeah, and he pinned this motherfucker up against the ropes, it could be a tough time for Leo also as well, because I don't know how Leo would deal with that type of inside pressure from Tank.
Word up. Shit, let's go to the next one real quick.
All right, man. We got Jermell Charlo and Jeison Rosario. We got Banana, the Dominican himself, the unified champion, baby, up in the house. He's like, now, he's like, man, listen, this dude is ready to fight. Now, interesting enough, did you all know that the winner of this fight will walk out that ring with 4 belts?
4.
Yeah, the IBO. Shout out to the IBO, baby.
Oh, hell no. The only thing I like about the IBO is their ranking system, man. They can keep the belt. They can keep the belt. If I'm a fighter and I'm looking at the IBO rankings, I'm like, all right, bet, man, I'm legit. I'm in the top 10. That's what's up. But the belt, y'all can keep that, man.
Hey, you gonna do like George Groves did when he beat Eubanks? Hey, take that shit back.
And do like what Noye did when he beat Nonito Donaire with that goddamn WBC diamond shit.
Hell yeah.
Nah, bro. Nah, I'm good with that shit, man. Take it back.
Man, I like this fight. 2K, man, what do you think about this fight?
Good fight, man. Look, it's one step closer to undisputed champion at 154. I think it's the first undisputed champion since Winky, my man. Winky Wright, Ronald Winky Wright. You know, he was Ronald early in his career when he was losing to niggas like Fernando Vargas and shit, right? But then when he, I think he beat Tito, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. That's when he became Winky. You know what I'm saying? But I think, I think it'll be the first undisputed champion since him. They just got to get that goddamn WBO motherfucker that beat up. Yeah, Patrick Teixeira. Yeah. Beat Carlos Adamez. They got to get him in the fray, he's a golden boy fighter, so I don't know if they can do that. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's one step closer to undisputed. I'm definitely anxious to see this fight. The question that needs to be answered more than anything is Jeison Rosario's win over J-Rock a fluke. Now, J-Rock and Jermell do not fight the same way. Styles make fights. We understand that.
Very true.
But the reason why that matters so much in this fight is because nobody expected him to beat J-Rock, right? Now, there are some boxing heads out there, such as myself, that said J-Rock was probably going to lose to Jeison Rosario. Why? Because he struggled with fucking Nathaniel Gallimore. That's the fight that told me that J-Rock could lose to Jeison Rosario. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, right, Jeison Rosario did something that the majority of boxing fans didn't expect. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, right, at the end of the day, he's going to have to answer some questions in the ring, outside the ring, while he's at his mama house eating dinner, while he on the toilet, while he making love to his woman. He got to answer questions, bro, constantly. You see what I'm saying? Everybody wants to know, Jeison, are you really that good? Remember, you lost to Nathaniel Gallimore not too long ago, man.
Knocked out.
Yeah, you got knocked out by Nathaniel. The nigga that was doing chin push-ups, man. You got knocked out by that cat, bro. You know what I'm saying? So people are going to be like, you have to fucking answer questions, dog. You see what I'm saying? And Jermell Charlo is an elite talent at 154. I don't think Jermell's elite in the sport of boxing, but I think he's an elite talent at 154. I actually believe he's probably the best fighter at 154, quite honest. You know what I'm saying? He actually is. Ain't no probably. He is the best fighter at 154. You see what I'm saying? So you're taking on the best name that is in your division, bro. You got a lot of questions to answer. Jeison Rosario needs to eat, sleep, and shit Jermell Charlo, bro, until that goddamn date. It's going to be either September 19th or September think they said September 19th or September 26th or something like that. Right?
Yeah, I think it's
something like that.
It's September 26th, pay-per-view doubleheader.
Okay, bet. September 26th, pay-per-view. Until that motherfucking date, like I said, he needs to eat, shit, sleep, Jermell Charlo. While he's in his woman late at night, he needs to look at her face and see Jermell Charlo.
Oh, you trying to get the nigga to wear the pussy out.
I'm just saying, bro. Yeah, exactly, bro. It's on that type of tip, bro. It has to be Jermell every day, bro, because nobody's going to think you can win this fight. And it's going to be so overwhelming that nobody thinks you can win this fight that it may fuck up your confidence that you could win this fight.
Mm-hmm.
So not only are we going to see if Jeison Rosario can overcome the out-of-the-ring adversity, he's going to have to try to overcome the in-the-ring adversity because he's not going to run over Jermell like he did J-Rock. Listen, J-Rock has already been defeated in that manner, right?
Sure has.
Jermell knocked him the fuck out with that beautiful ass counter right uppercut that Stephen Breadman Edwards hates when people talk about. He hates it, bro. All that shit, just like Peter Griffin on Family Guy. That shit just grinds his motherfucking gears. You know what I'm saying? He hates it, bro. If you put out a clip of J-Rock getting knocked the fuck out by Jermell Charlo, you might get a fucking message in your DM from Breadman, bro. You might. You know what I'm saying? So, motherfucker hates that shit, bro. But I'm sorry, that is the most beautifulest. Yes, I just created a new motherfucking word. The most beautifulest. I think KRS-One came out with that shit first. But the most beautifulest knockout of 2016, bro, was that counter uppercut, man. Right? And that fucked him up. Now, one thing about J-Rock is he said, yeah, it set me back, but I'm going to get back to where I need to be. But one thing that basically can't be overlooked is that chin was dented before he fought Jeison Rosario. And Sean Newton, this is going to answer your question. Because he said, did I even think Jeison was going to beat J-Rock even though Jeison got knocked out by Nathaniel Gallimore? Absolutely. Because Jeison Rosario had nothing to lose in this fight against J-Rock. J-Rock had everything to lose. Listen, when J-Rock beat Jared Hurd, what did he do, fellas? This motherfucker went on a rampage. Yeah, I'm that nigga. Ain't nobody fighting me without getting a motherfucking drug test. Yeah, y'all done fucked up. I got all the belts now, bro. I'm running this shit. Look, what? Wait, hold up, what? You don't want to sign up with VADA? No fight, nigga. Nope. Word up, bro, man. Fuck this nigga. That's exactly what he was doing. Am I lying, bro?
No, you're not.
J-Rock was tripping when he got them goddamn titles, man.
Oh, man.
And that type of behavior tells me that something ain't there mentally, bro. Not only is his chin dented, but something ain't there mentally, bro. I can't trust you when you're fighting someone like Jeison Rosario, right? That did get knocked the fuck out by Nathaniel Gallimore, right? I would think that you might be taking this guy lightly. And that's why I picked Jeison Rosario. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bro, it's an excellent fight. I didn't mean to get off topic, but it's an excellent fight. There's a lot of questions Jeison got to fucking ask. Jermell Charlo is a much better fighter than J-Rock is. He's a much more rounded fighter, well-rounded fighter than J-Rock is. He's got the kind of willpower where you're not just going to knock him the fuck out and you're not just going to run him over. Jermell fights like an alpha male in the ring. It's either him or you. You try to run him over, then he going to run you the fuck over. That's what he does. So Jeison can't fight Jermell like how he fought J-Rock. He can't. And that's going to be the biggest problem, man. It's a good fight. But I got Jermell probably by knockout, bro.
I'm going to tell you why I like this fight. Before this fight would have happened, before Charlo had this particular fight, I probably would have went with Jeison Rosario, right? Yeah. Because the reality is we saw a lot of trouble that a cat like Tony Harrison gave Charlo, right? Yeah. Jeison Rosario, although he's not as athletic as Tony Harrison, but he is long and he's lanky, right? And those are that was the kind of dude that would give Charlo trouble. Right. Charlo has overcame that. Charlo confidence level is at an all-time high. And because Charlo took the loss, he's not going to take nothing lightly like we talk about Julian Williams. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Julian Williams took Jeison Rosario lightly because Nathaniel Gallimore is the dude that knocked him out. Well, I beat Nathaniel Gallimore, so I ain't worried about this motherfucker.
Hey, he beat him by majority decision.
Hey man, he from Philly. Them niggas don't look at that. Them
Yeah,
niggas,
you're right.
I won, nigga.
Philly don't do that. Yeah, shit, nigga, I won, bro. I whooped your ass. Nigga, nigga, I whooped that nigga ass, bro. Right. You're right. That's exactly how they are, man.
Okay, right. Charlo has already suffered loss, and in Charlo's mind, he knows what that tastes like. So Charlo not only is hungry, but he already knows, hey man, I know I have to be on top of my game. And Tony Harrison, the way he fought Charlo, has seen it. And one more thing about Charlo is he believes in himself, because even in that second Tony Harrison fight, he still had enough belief in himself that when I catch this motherfucker, I'm gonna put him away. That's exactly what he did. The thing that helps Jeison Rosario is COVID-19, because some of that pressure, that everyday pressure, that everyday question, right, that you would be pounded with, was taken off of him because of COVID-19. So he had a chance to relax and ease up a little bit. Hell, even with these fights being announced, people ain't like, well, you know, man, you beat a guy that did it. Well, you know, you didn't rematch nobody. Oh, you didn't fight nobody else. You know, you're really not a champion because you haven't had a defense. He didn't have to deal with any of that. He got to go home, walk around, fuck a bunch of Dominican bitches, and yes, I've been there, bro.
They bad. Nigga, I got married in Dominican Republic, nigga. It was bad, bro. I'm out there, nigga. I'm getting married and shit, but I'm trying to avoid the fine ass bitches that's out there, man.
Oh shit! And they grabbing you, goddamn.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, right? So he had to go home, chill out, be celebrating all of that. So he didn't have to deal with that constant pressure. What's gonna hit Jeison Rosario, and then if they may not have an audience, right? What's gonna hit Jeison Rosario is when he get in there and he realizes this isn't Julian Williams. I am in there with a superior dude. Say what you want to say about Charlo. He's well schooled and he is well trained. And because of his loss to Tony Harrison, he's not gonna take this lightly at all, because he knows what's at stake. My man, Sean pointed something out about how Teixeira is fighting Brian Castellano. I think that's who he's fighting.
Yeah,
so he's fighting him. Charlo wants to be undisputed. And another thing we know about Charlo is the boy can take a punch. He got both them Charlo brothers got decent chins on him. So if Jeison Rosario comes in there, like you said, think he's just gonna run him over and just do to him like he did Julian J Rock. No, man, that's the very wrong answer. So I'm picking Charlo because he's already tasted defeat. So he already knows what he has to do, and he's faced a dude that had a longer reach and had a little bit of athleticism. So he already knows what to do. Yeah. And that experience alone is what beat him, because you point one thing out. Jeison Rosario might have just caught a dude that was completely overconfident and overwhelmed because he was fighting as a champion in his backyard. That is the hardest thing for any fighter to fucking do. So he might have beat a guy that was overwhelmed. Well, now you're fighting a dude that not only is the alpha male in the ring, not only has tasted motherfucking defeat, but he's hungry to prove that shit was a fluke and I want to be fucking undisputed.
Yeah. Word up. Good shit, dog.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good fight, man. I think Jermell is just going to whoop this dude's ass, because Jeison Rosario, in my opinion, is a one-trick pony. I think that he basically, you know, Jeison Rosario did exactly what a lot of these vulture-type niggas out here do, these wolves, right? When they out here looking for women, they're looking for the most vulnerable bitch. That's what he did. That's what he did when he fought J-Rock. J-Rock was a vulnerable bitch. You know what I'm saying? The nigga had a little bit of that, let me tell you something, man. He went back to Philly and took home 2 belts. Before, he wasn't taking home no belts. The motherfucker was taking home a glass jaw. You know what I'm saying? Bitches didn't want nothing to do with a nigga with a glass jaw, man. But they want a hell of a lot to do with a nigga with 2 belts. So J-Rock was getting kind of pussy he ain't never even smelt before, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of made him a little soft, a little vulnerable. And Jeison Rosario took advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? The fame, the pussy, all of that. Mike Tyson will tell you that shit best, man. When you become champion, Mike Tyson said heavyweight champion. But today it's just champion now. They don't give a fuck. I mean, they just passing pussy out all over the place. Yeah, you could be 105 minimum weight champion. Shit. Wang Ham and Yothin fucking a lot of Thailand bitches right now.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Knockout CP Freshmart got 2 bitches right now as we speak.
Hey, what's that nigga name that married that actress and retired? Was it Diego?
Kazuda Ioka.
Okay, yeah.
Yep, retired.
That was so good, he left boxing.
That motherfucker left boxing against his dad's wishes. Dad was like, what are you doing, son? He was like, Dad, I gotta go. Pussy too good.
And wait a minute. And after seeing his bitch, I forgive Keith Thurman.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh,
I forgive him. I forgive him. I forgive him.
Mad at Keith, man. You know, Keith was, hand in hand while he walking into the goddamn locker room. I think he was hand in hand while he walking down. He's walking to the ring and shit, probably, man, kissing the bitch before the fight. Yeah, you can't get mad at Keith, man. That's a bad motherfucker he got, right?
Yes.
And that's the problem. Everybody knows Keith Thurman was a virgin and shit before he met her, bro. Everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? Look at him, nigga with a ponytail. You're a virgin, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like skin nigga with a
nigga, this ain't the 80s, bro. Light skin nigga with ponytails was getting pussy in the 80s, not in the 2000s, nigga. Not in the 2010s, nigga. No, bro. You're not getting no pussy a light skinned nigga with a fucking ponytail, bro. See, if y'all know now, y'all new to the show. This is the explicit part of the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Bro. Yeah, I know Sean.
Nigga.
I know Sean Kazuda is bad. He lost to Donnie Nietas.
Yeah.
Beat Aston Palikte and shit. Now he about to lose to Kosei Tanaka. Absolutely. We know he's bad. But I'm just saying, and the reason why he's back is because his bitch broke up with him. Sure did. That's why he's back. Go look it up. Japanese news. His bitch broke up with him. He came right back to boxing right after that.
Sure did.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, dog. But at the end of the day, man, it's a good fight, man. We'll see what happens. But I think Jermell is that nigga gonna be a 3-belt champion after September 26th, easily.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I liked it, man. Let's go to some of the questions, man.
I got one. Let me do this real quick, man, because he put it in here earlier. So, my man, Don Williams, he said, what do you think about your Dennis Ugas versus Terrence Crawford, bro? What you think about that?
I think that's a fight Terrence Crawford should definitely look at. And here's the reason why. Dennis Ugas is considered a top welterweight. I think he's number 6 or number 7 as far as being ranked. He's shown major mass improvement. He's arguably beat Sean Porter, and he's a more viable fighter than anybody that they got ranked over by the WBO for Crawford. So that's definitely a fight that, like, Crawford beating Dennis Ugas would be more legitimate than anybody he's beating right now at welterweight. We're just gonna keep it real. Even a fucking undefeated Jeff Hearn, right? So that would be big, and also it would be the building block for making PBC versus top ranked fights. I like this fight. Dennis Ugas, he comes from that Cuban school of boxing. He's a lot more serious about the sport. Like, he's one of them dudes that had 1 foot in, 1 foot out. To keep it all real, Dennis Ugas was partying too fucking much. And that was another thing that was fucking with him. Nigga was out there partying too motherfucking much, right? So now that he got serious, we saw the skill set, we saw the ability. That is a good fight for me. I think that I still think Crawford wins, right? But I think it's a more quality of an opponent that Terrence Crawford needs.
Yeah, I think it's a good fight. It's a fight that should have been explored. I don't think that Terrence Crawford was really looking at your Dennis Ugas, because PBC has that basically has that the fact that they got all the fighters, pretty much all the named fighters that people care about at 147 in their stable. So they're kind of dangling that shit over his head, and they're probably using it as a negotiation tool on the table, basically saying, hey, this is going to be the situation X, Y, and Z. Also, Terrence Crawford has already came out and told you guys he's not looking for a big fight without fans. He's made that clear. You see what I'm saying? Also, the reason why I believe Terrence Crawford when he says that is because the motherfucker's already talking about how he's in the Hall of Fame already. When a guy who's still an active fighter is talking about, I don't need fighter X, Y, and Z, A, B, and C because I'm in the Hall of Fame already, that tells you the nigga's on the way out. You might not even see the big fights that you expect him to see in, because he's already got that mentality that he's done enough in boxing, right? He's made the money, right? He's upgraded his bitch. She was ugly. Now she's okay. You know what I'm saying? So, right? He's upgraded his bitch. He's got all this money. You know what I'm saying? He's not in the trap no more like he was when he first got a belt. Nigga was still living in the trap. You know what I'm saying? He's upgraded, right? He became an undisputed champion at 140, right? He is a 3-division champion, 135, 140, 147. You see what I'm saying? He thinks to him, he's in the Hall of Fame. So I don't think he's going to be exploring any major fights right now while we have no audience and no chance of live gate. Right now for Terrence Crawford, money over legacy because he feels like he's already fulfilled the legacy portion of it. If you ask Terrence Crawford who needs who when you talk to him about Errol Spence, they're going to say Spence need me. I'm Terrence Crawford, nigga, undisputed 140-pound champion. But Terrence, but that was 140. Nigga, it don't matter. Nigga, it's accolades. That's what he going to say.
Yeah.
It don't matter. It's accolades.
Yeah. That's
right. And I honestly agree with him.
Yeah.
I agree with him, Bo. His resume at 147 is terrible. Jeff Hearn, Jose Benavidez, fucking Amir Khan, possibly now Kell Brook. Fucking terrible. Right?
Very terrible.
But at the end of the day, his resume at 135 is not terrible. His resume at 140 is not terrible. You see what I'm saying? It's better than 147. Got an undisputed title out the deal. Must have been doing very well for himself at that weight. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, bro, he's not looking to get that fight. But I wish it could happen because that would be a telling fucking fight for Crawford. Because like you said, Ugas fought an excellent fight against Sean Porter. I thought he beat Sean Porter. Sean Porter did a dumb thing of trying to box a boxer in that fight. I don't know why the nigga wasn't trying to tackle him, but he didn't do it in that fight. No, and he got outboxed, in my opinion. He lost that fight, right? Crawford has been slowing down. He didn't look too good against Amir Khan, in my opinion, and he definitely didn't look good against Egidijus Kavaliauskas, right? Arguably got knocked down in that fight. I think it was a knockdown. It should have been called a knockdown, but he got, basically the benefit of the champion's doubt. You know what I'm saying?
Sure did.
So they didn't give him the knockdown, right? I think he's fighting down to his opposition, but I also think Terrence Crawford's smart enough to fight up to who he's fighting in a big fight, right? So while he may be fighting down this competition right now, I think he would come to the table with basically being prepared for Yordenis Ugas. But I think Ugas has just enough to make it an excellent fucking fight, dog, if they were able to make this. But like I said, Terrence Crawford ain't fighting nobody of note unless there's an audience, and he's already said this, man.
Yeah, he said that, and it's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate because the reality is Terrence, and this is more and more that's going to slip him down a pole. You got October 3rd, or sometime I think it's October 3rd. You got Lopez taking on Lomachenko. If Lopez Lomachenko takes place with no audience, it's making Terrence Crawford look bad.
Yeah,
it's making Terrence Crawford look bad.
Right.
If Errol Spence and Danny Garcia happens, that's making Terrence Crawford look bad.
Right.
I'm just being honest with you. That's making him look bad, man. So he's gonna have to abandon that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's definitely gonna have to abandon that. He said, Ann Wolf goes 12 for 2.
So who said it? Sporting Advantage. He said Ann Wolf goes 12. Man, look, man, I'll fuck Ann Wolf up. She don't want. Hey, make sure y'all niggas don't say. Don't tell her that. This is between me and y'all. I'll fuck her up though. Don't tell her I said that shit. I'm gonna look for y'all niggas if y'all tell her I said that.
Wait a minute, I just realized what you said. You said don't tell him.
I'm telling you, bro. Don't tell Ann Wolf, old manly ass. I fuck her ass up. You know what I'm saying? I talk a lot of shit just for entertainment.
Hey, he's not lying. She probably fuck around and call in on this goddamn show.
Look, you know what I'm scared of? I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm scared of, man, because we're in the fuckery portion of the show, the last 5 to 7 minutes. Let me tell you, man, I'm afraid Ann Wolf might try to give me some pussy, man. I don't want it, man. I don't want it. Denial on contact, nigga. Hey, what is it? Denial of service, nigga.
No shit.
Denial of service, bro. And we'll try to give me some pussy, man. I'm turning that shit down immediately, nigga. I am immediately.
You can't be like, no shoes, no breasts, no ass, no service.
Nah, bro.
No
I don't want none of that, man. Nah, she couldn't even pay me for that. I'll give you 20 grand. Can we make it 200 grand, motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? How long I gotta fuck you for? How long this gotta be? You know what I'm saying? 2 minutes? You know, I can give you a minute. That's it. 200 grand, 1 minute. Sold, nigga. Damn.
That's a minute. That's a minute, including putting on and taking off the condom.
Oh man, I'm nigga, a condom. Shit, nigga, I'm about to go get me a sleeping bag, nigga. I don't want to feel none of this. I don't want to feel none of this shit, bro. I'm just saying, bro. I don't want to feel none of this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I found one. No, what was it? Oh, shit. Here we go. It says shield, spar or fuck. Hold on.
Hey, look.
Hey, that fuck might be a spar, nigga.
Man, you got to say their name, man. Mr. Transfer BR3. He said shield, spar, fuck. Look, listen, man. Look, man. And this goes in Ann Wolf, man. Look, you telling me Clarissa Shields, would I spar or would I fuck that, bro? Listen, man, what I do to Clarissa, if she's staring me in the face right now, she's saying, which one you gonna do? I'm pulling the gloves out, man. I'm gonna wrap her hands, you know what I'm saying? You know, she can wrap my hands. That's the closest she get to me. And then we're gonna put the gloves on, man. I'm gonna whoop that ass, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm gonna whoop her motherfucking ass, bro. I'm not smashing. Listen, all y'all niggas out there, man, y'all really want me to say I'm smashing Clarissa Shields. It's not happening, bro. You will not ever get me to say that, man. Bo will say it.
Yeah.
But 2K is not saying that shit, man.
Don't even have to be drunk. I want to remember this, baby.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, my man Sean even said, I hear Gamboa is going to fight Haney next. Yeah, we actually published that article early this morning on 3kingsboxing.com. Yeah, man, I don't like the fight. Bo told me he did like the fight, man. What do you think about that, Bo?
Actually, you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that because I was going to say when it is bad look for Haney, better to fight Comey. And I definitely agree with you. It is a bad look for him. This is why I like the fight. I like the fight because Devin Haney needs a name on his resume. Point blank fucking period. He needs a name on his resume, whether it's a solid ex-champ or something. He definitely needs that. And we've been saying it all the time. So I like it because it gives him a name. Better believe if Devin Haney knocks out Gamboa in 4 or 5, he's going to be calling Tank Davis like a motherfucker. He's going to be calling Tank like a motherfucker. Why? Because Tank is down there holding that lonely WBA regular title. Right? But I definitely agree with Newton. I personally thought he should fight Comey. That would be better for him. And for Devin Haney, because Comey is a former champion. He only lost to Teofimo Lopez. Everybody knows Gamboa is done, so he's not going to get no credit for beating fucking Gamboa. He's just going to get a name on his resume of a former world champion.
Right.
But the better opposition for me would be fucking Comey. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I don't like the fight, man, because Gamboa already got beat up by Tank Davis, man. This isn't going to do anything for Devin Haney because that's what people are going to say. When he beats Yuri Ortiz, let me tell you something. He fights Yuri Ortiz Gamboa, he better beat the living shit out of him. If he doesn't beat the living shit out of Yuri Ortiz Gamboa, guess what? Trying to get a name on your resume actually becomes a fucking detriment because people are going to be like, well, Tank Davis, you know, even though he took him 11 rounds, he still knocked him out and he beat the shit out of him until he knocked him out. At least he did that. Devin Haney didn't even really beat the shit out of him. Devin Haney sucks. Man, that nigga's a paper champion, man. Vasyl Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, Tank Davis, Luke Campbell, Javier Fortuna all beat Devin Haney. I bet you they're going to say that. If he doesn't just go out there and annihilate Yuri Ortiz Gamboa. So, in taking a fight like this, given the way Gamboa looked in his last fight, bro, and who it was against, which is a rival of Devin Haney, everybody's going to be looking closely at the performance Devin Haney gives off. You can't fight this guy like he's been fighting everybody else. Looking good, you know what I'm saying? Not getting hit, showing that Floyd Mayweather type of style. Excellent, bro. I love it. But unfortunately, the boxing fans, which basically put food on your goddamn table, they're going to be like, no, he didn't beat him the right way. That's what they're going to say. The majority are going to say that.
Yeah.
So he's putting himself in a hole by taking a fight against Yuri Ortiz Gamboa, right? Because he needs to beat him better than Tank did, man.
Yes, he does.
And he might not be able to do that because he doesn't have the style to do that.
That's very true.
So I don't like this fight for Devin Haney, man. Actually, like Sean Newton said, Richard Comey was a better fight, but the same thing could happen there, right? Because Teofimo Lopez obliterated him in 2 rounds. So if If Devin Haney doesn't go out there and fuck him up, then they're going to say the same thing. But here's the problem. Here's the difference. And here's why there's a little leeway there. If he just does go out there and just dominates Comey over like 12 rounds or something like that, Comey's at least a former champion that just recently had a belt and just recently lost to one of the best fighters in the division, right?
Very good point.
Yuriorkis Gamboa. Actually, let me go back and say this. Richard Comey had only lost to Teofimo Lopez and Robert Easter Jr. and Dennis Shafikov, right? Those are the 3 losses. All 3 top quality fighters at their time period. You see what I'm saying? So people are going to respect that win if it goes 12 rounds over Gamboa, who's a washed-up fighter, right? Motherfucker had all these long periods of inactivity fucking with 50 Cent, losing to Robinson Castellanos. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Arguably losing to Jason Sosa, right? Getting knocked down by, I can't remember the guy's name, Michael Ferenis, right? You know what I'm saying? Earlier back at 135 when they fought, or 130 when they fought. You know, things like that happening with Gamboa. Going 12 rounds with him after fighting fucking Tank, not going to look good for you, dog. But if you do that against Comey, who's a recent former champion, it's still not going to look as good as you would want it to look, but it's better. I think he should fight a top contender who's been winning fights for a very long time. Like maybe, could have maybe 2 or 3 losses, but has been on a 6, 7, 8, 9 fight win streak. He should fight a guy like that. You see what I'm saying? Like Javier Fortuna would have been good, but he's fucking taken now. He's fighting Jorge Linares. That would have been a good fight for him. You see what I'm saying? He should have threw his hat in the pot earlier to get Javier Fortuna because it would have been for a fucking belt. Javier Fortuna, I believe, is ranked number 2 by the WBC.
Yes, it is.
Instead of allowing the WBC to have him and Jorge Linares fighting a fucking eliminator, he could have been like, hey, man, let the nigga fight for my belt, man. Have Jorge Linares punk ass fight somebody else. You know what I'm saying? He's still trying to recover from getting knocked out by fucking Pablo Cesar Cano and shit, man. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Fuck him. Let him fight me.
Right.
So, at the end of the day, man, he's kind of in a bad place right now. He needs to pick his fucking opponents wisely, man.
Well, the thing about it is, and Newton pointed out, the eliminator actually is Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell. That's actually the eliminator for
I'm sorry, you're right. My bad.
Yeah,
you're right.
That's actually eliminated for that. So Devin Haney has allowed fights to be jacked from him. Like, for example, he let Lomachenko get to Luke Campbell for the WBC title. Now he's letting Ryan Garcia get to Luke Campbell. Now he let Jorge Linares get to Javier Fortuna. So he's letting too much happen around him, which he shouldn't be letting happen around him. So I definitely feel you on that. I was just going to put that up there. My Brazil said, what are your thoughts on Officer Charles saying Errol Spence is on steroid allegation? I think motherfuckers need to show me how gay they are by looking at a nigga's nipples. That's what the fuck I think. Yeah. I think niggas need to stop showing me how gay you are by looking at a man's nipples.
Hold on, man. Let me tell y'all niggas something, man. If y'all follow this channel and y'all have at least one time talked about Errol Spence's nipples, immediately unsubscribe now. I do not want, if you're a man, if you're a woman, whatever, that's fine. But if you're a man and you follow this show and you have at one time talked about Errol Spence's nipples, unsubscribe now. You know what I'm saying? That's gay, bro. That's borderline gay. You know what I'm saying? If you're a heterosexual male and you'll get mad if I call you gay, but you've talked about another man's nipples, you're gay. 100%, dog. If you're a homosexual, man, it is what it is. And you follow the channel, hey, more power to you, nigga. You like nipples, shit, whatever. But if you're a heterosexual male and you consider yourself an alpha and you out here publicly talking about a nigga's nipples, man, get the fuck off my channel. You know what I'm saying? I don't even ride with Errol Spence. Y'all know I don't ride with no fighter, bro.
Correct.
I like fighters, I like fighters who fight big fights, and that's that. We're here for the sport of boxing. I don't ride with any particular network, fighter, manager, promoter, none of that shit. But I got to side with Errol on this, man. If y'all sitting there talking about this nigga's nipples and saying, hey, man, look at those puffy nipples. It's so beautiful. That's why he's on steroids. Yeah. Get the fuck off my channel. Shit's gay as fuck, dog. Man. Now, Austin Trout talking about this shit. It is what it is, man. Listen, fighters always come out and try to not dispel. They try to, what's that word? whistle blow when it comes to fighters taking shit. All athletes do that, actually. You see it in fucking golf, nigga. Niggas is whistleblowers and shit. Hey, Tiger Woods was taking something. I don't know why you need to take something in golf. But hey, it happens. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bro, there's always some whistleblowers that are out there saying some shit, bro. You see what I'm saying? So with Austin Trout saying that, he's just trying to stay relevant, man. Remember, not too long ago, when Three Kings Boxing wrote the article on this, Austin Trout called out Amir Khan.
Sure did.
He not only did he call out Amir Khan, which got the attention of us, the nigga said he was going to go back down to 147 to take the fight. That really caught the attention of us. And it actually caught the attention of everybody that followed Three Kings, because that motherfucking article got a hell of a lot of traffic. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of motherfuckers was on that shit. So you got to think, with him saying that maybe only a month ago, now he's over there talking about Errol Spence and his nipples and shit. Obviously, he's trying to get himself back out there. He's trying to get himself back out there, dog. You see what I'm saying? Austin Trout is a guy that only held a WBA regular title. You know what I'm saying? And then lost it to fucking Canelo. You see what I'm saying? Right? He lost it to Canelo and then got his ass drugged by fucking Erislandy Lara right after that.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, that was damn, man. That was bad. I lost money on that fight, too. That was before I was an Erislandy Lara believer. I bet on Austin Trout. Lost money big time on that fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? But he got drugged by fucking Lara. You see what I'm saying? And he's never been the same since.
Mm-mm.
You see what I'm saying? That Lara fight was like 2012, 2013. Never been the same since. You see what I'm saying? So this is the Austin Trout that we're talking about. He still thinks he's got it. You know what I'm saying? The nigga still thinks he's drawn with Terrell Gausha, people.
No shit. The NABH, the NABH.
The nigga having draws with Terrell Gausha, man. He still think he got it, man. I don't know how. Somebody in his ear too, just like Gausha, man. Them niggas got motherfuckers in their ear. They got the best entourage in boxing. Terrell Gausha and Austin Trout. Them motherfuckers got a hell of an entourage, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that motherfucker still think he got it, bro. So he's out here talking shit, thinking people are gonna bite on it, which, I mean, it's working, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's thinking it's gonna get him into some big fights in the near future, man. That's all this is, man. He just whistleblowing, trying to get some big fights. It is what it is, bro. I don't put no stock in this shit.
My man in Texas, yeah, that's some beta gossip. These weirdo fans.
Yeah, nigga. Hey, dog. Now, how do you do that shit, Bo? I gotta try it. Hey, dog.
I don't know.
Hey, man, shit, what you doing, fam? Shit, nah, nigga, chilling, man. Shit, watching TV. What's good, fam? Bro, nigga, I just saw something, man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I was watching Errol Spence versus, that's how these dumb niggas talk. I was watching Errol Spence versus Chris Van Heerden, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I watching that fight, right? And they always do that dumb shit. And I was looking, man, and I noticed when the nigga went back to the corners and shit, right? Nigga said back to the corners, put an S on it. He went back to the corners and shit, right? The nigga nipples was kind of puffy and shit, B. You know what I'm saying? You know, kind of like my bitch. You know what I'm saying? Real puffy and nice looking and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like the nigga on something, man. You know, a nigga don't have beautiful nipples like that unless a nigga took steroids, man.
Oh, man.
How the fuck you respond to that? Bro, I'm hanging up, bro. I'm going to hang up on him, delete the nigga's name out my contacts. We no longer friends, bro. Remove the nigga off Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of it. Delete his number, probably block it, nigga. I might block it.
Oh, man. I listen, man. Understand something, people. Okay? Just think about this for a second, man. Imagine, right? Because I know how I am with breasts, right? I'm examining them motherfuckers and everything.
Me too,
I'm holding
bro.
motherfuckers up.
Man, right here.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm up under the motherfucker because a clean motherfucker with big breasts shouldn't have no sweat up underneath these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'm examining these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at them and all that, right? So if you're doing that as a man with breasts, then that. And because you're doing it because you're infatuated with them breasts. You love them big motherfuckers. They juicy, tender, all that shit you're thinking about. You have to have the same mindset when you're looking at a man's nipples, don't you? I'm just saying, take a big old, take Oprah titties, for example, right?
Yeah.
Take them. Oh, Oprah Winfrey got big ass titties, dog.
Oh, come on, man. Oprah? Is that the only fucking example you could provide, bro?
Okay, all right.
Like millions of women out here, bro.
All right. Take Rosario Dawson's big ass titties, then.
All right, whatever. I don't like her neither, but whatever.
Who do you like, nigga?
Don't worry about it. Rosario Dawson.
Okay.
We'll go with her. Whatever.
All right. Just take any woman that you've seen or you've been with and with them big ass titties. She laying down in the bed. Them motherfuckers is flopping side to side. You looking at them. You examining them. Right? Think about a woman walking by in a bra. You see them nipples, like, damn, look at them big ass nipples. And think about what goes through your mind when you're looking at them nipples. If you ain't fucking and you thinking about what you would do with them, all of that shit, right? You getting aroused and shit, man. You looking at the motherfuckers like, man, I can't wait to get this bitch home and knock her back out. That's the shit you going through because you looking at them titties. You looking at them nipples. You getting aroused. You having sexual thoughts. That same shit goes when you looking at a man's nipples.
Bro, and I don't listen, man. The chat niggas is like, damn. Look, I just don't get it, bro. I just can't look at a man in that fashion. Listen, he could be taking something. I told you guys before, I think all these motherfuckers are taking something, right? You have to be a finely tuned athlete to be able to go through an amateur career where you got your body beat the fuck up for like 10 years, depending on when you started your amateur career. Then you started your pro career where you're getting your body beat up in sparring. You're getting your body beat up in all the types of workouts that you got to do to stay in shape. Then you get your body beat up in the actual professional fight, right? Their bodies are getting beat the fuck up for fucking decades, man. They have to take something to be able to replenish the fucking broken down tissue. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's all athletes, NFL, NBA, boxing, nigga, race car drivers take something, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's all sporting events, bro. I hate to break it to y'all. It's all these athletes. They all take something, right? Now, if it's steroids, I can't say that. He could be taking it. All I'm saying is my way of trying to express why I believe the niggas taking steroids will not come from staring at the niggas' nipples, man. How do you do that? I can't look at another man in that fashion, Bo. Like, first of all, like for example, me and Bo getting ready to go to a pool party or something, right? Because this is the only reason why the nigga should be taking his shirt off in my fucking presence. If we getting ready to go to a pool party and shit, and a nigga take his shirt off, I am not looking at Bo's torso, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not looking, you know what I'm saying? I'm not looking at his chest area in that fashion, like, oh man, hey, bro. Like, let me tell y'all niggas something, man. Bo can take his shirt off and have like a booger on his nipple. I'm not gonna see it. He can have some lint hanging off his areola, nigga. I'm not gonna see it. He would have to know it's there and flick the shit off. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be there. Hey, Bo, bro, by the way, my nigga, you got a little lint on you. No!
You're not gonna flick it off for me, nigga? Hey, dog, you got some lint and flick it off? You ain't gonna flick it
You know
off?
what I'm saying? That's what I think these beta males would do. They would flick it off, B. Like, that shit, dog. Y'all got to stop, man. Y'all got to stop with this shit, man. Like, find some other way to figure out if the man's taking steroids. In my personal opinion, I have met Errol Spence multiple times. Each time was when he was in the off season. He was just coming off a fight and had been, inactive for a couple of months. He didn't look to me. I mean, he a little nigga compared to me. You know what I'm saying? He's like around the same height. I'm probably like 3 inches taller than him. But in terms of frame, he a little nigga compared to me, man. So I didn't think the dude was that much bigger than the way he looks when he goes into fights. I could be wrong. I've seen him in person multiple times. I didn't get that effect. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, the very first time I seen him, which was like 4 years ago, I went back and told everybody, hey, man, this nigga's not taking nothing, man. It was after he beat what's his name, Bo? It was actually 2 years ago. He just beat Lamont Peterson.
Oh yeah.
And I think he fought Lamont Peterson like in January of 2018, something like that. And I saw him in March. You know what I'm saying? And the dude looked the same, man. So I'm like, nah, man, that nigga ain't taking nothing, man. He's still a little nigga, man. So at least he's not taking steroids. The nigga ain't Incredible Hulk and shit in the off season, man. So
oh man, man, all right, man. That shit is funny to me, man. One more, I think my man had it. Oh yeah, right here. He's out here. Lubin and Gasha fight is an eliminator. Yeah, it is.
Terrible fight. What, WBA?
No, I think it's WBC.
Oh my. Oh yeah, WBC. Yeah, Erickson Lubin's ranked number 1. I see that.
Yeah.
So Erickson Lubin basically about to be Jermell Charlo's fucking man.
Yeah, I think Terrell Gage is ranked inside the top 10 by the WBC.
Whatever.
So,
I don't know how the fuck he got there. That nigga shouldn't even be ranked 30. The WBC website, I think they rank 40 fighters. That nigga should not be top 40.
No, I agree with that.
Nigga should not be. Listen, man, there's niggas with losses that should be above Terrell Gasha, man. I'm just saying, bro. I think Gasha got 1 loss. He lost to Lara. Man, there's niggas with 2 and 3, 4 losses should be above Terrell Gasha, man. Stop it, man.
Yeah, so that's I don't understand that. I don't even know how they put that together, to be perfectly honest with you, man. I don't even know how you justify some shit like that.
They were supposed to fight before, but the fight got called off.
Yeah.
And Lubin ended up fighting somebody else. I forgot who it was. But yeah, they were supposed to fight last year, man. And I think Gausha ended up calling it off due to injury, and then Lubin actually fought somebody else.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is, man. They're just rehashing a fight that was already scheduled.
Yeah. My man, you know what, man? Let me listen. At the end of the day, man, we're gonna talk our shit, man. Motherfuckers sometimes like it, motherfuckers don't like it. It is what it is, man. Hit us up. We'll bring you on the motherfucking show. I want to send a shout out to somebody that wasn't here for whatever motherfucking reason. JL Davis wasn't here today. So I want all y'all to hit that nigga up and let him know, God damn it. He wasn't in the motherfucking building. First time ever. That nigga was not in the building.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he was. Hey, man. JL Davis better tell me if we come back tomorrow, bro. This motherfucker better tell me that he was getting some pussy. That's the only excuse that I will allow, nigga. That's the only excuse I will allow. Hey, man, I missed the show, man. Look, getting some pussy. All right, bet. You good. You good, bro.
You good, right? Yeah, you good, dog. All right, fam. Understand, fam. Understand. Who was she? What she look like? She looked like Clarissa Shields. Oh, no, nigga.
Oh, nah, bro. Nah. That happened. Nah, bro. He back on the hot seat. He back on the hot seat, man. Nigga,
he good with me if you say that.
On the hot seat, man. Better look like an Instagram model or some shit.
Oh, man. As always, y'all, go to 3kingsboxing.com for the latest greatest what's going on in the sport of boxing. Thank you for joining me and my man. And you can pretty much catch us. Hey, man, you know what? HNIC, just take us out, man.
Y'all know what to do, man. Go to 3kingsboxing.com for your source of pure, unadulterated boxing information. We report on boxing worldwide, boxing in the Philippines, Japan, Mexico, boxing in all weight classes, 105 all the way up to 200 plus, man. We all over the place. A lot of people know who we are now. A lot of fighters, managers, promoters, they all know who we are now. We've been grinding every single day for y'all, trying to get y'all boxing information out there 24/7. You know what I'm saying? And it's starting to pay off. Follow us on Twitter at 3kingsboxing, Instagram at 3kingsboxing, Facebook.com/3kingsboxing. Of course, right here, Prodigy of Boxing Talk on YouTube. We're going to try to do something for y'all every day. We don't know about that shit. But as I told y'all before, the people that are in here, that tells me y'all been checking. Y'all been checking for it, man, and I appreciate that. Keep checking for them shows, man. We might just pop up on y'all motherfuckers like we did today. You know what I'm saying? Pop up with some hot hour and 45-minute content, talking boxing, entertainment, making people laugh. That's what we do. If you're in here, you getting offended and shit, don't like what we say, man, listen, man, we just here to make people laugh, dog. This is how we talk in real life. If y'all run up on us somewhere and be like, hey, man, it's 2K, man, what's up, man? Hey, man, it's Bo, what's up, man? We're going to talk to y'all the same way in person. You know what I'm saying? That's all we do. That's all we know how to do at 3kingsboxing.com is keep it 100% real. So until the next one, we out this bitch.